Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Greg, your co-host of the Grilling to Get Away podcast. Here's my buddy.
What's happening, everyone? This is Ben.
What's going on, man?
How much?
Not much?
How much? The Tigers are out of the World Series.
Bummer.
It's tough. But the Lions crushed the Cowboys.
Oh, it was a bloodbath.
Yeah. The highs and lows of being a Detroit sports fan. But
and then you lost your best defensive player, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was
tough.
That was tough, man. It was, I was like, man, this is a crazy game because I watched a little bit of it.
Did you?
And they look good. Good. I mean, they're throwing passes to the linemen,
You like that?
doing like triple options, knows.
All right. Well, I like that bold prediction, Greg.
Yeah. Well, man, we're going to talk chili today. I'm excited. I've been looking. I put that question out there to like our Facebook followers, Instagram followers, to see if they had any questions or comments or tips or anything for people that might be listening. So I got a few things that people kind of just commented on. Not really questions, but just kind of what they're doing with their chili and stuff, which was cool. But yeah, man, so excited to talk that. But before we do, like, any cooks that you did this past week? On the grill or, anything of note?
Nothing too crazy, man. We did some almost like chicken tacos, chicken fajitas kind of.
Nice.
Yeah, with a little bit of lime in there.
Mm-hmm.
Delicious.
Man.
We used our shell back. It was awesome. It was awesome. Like we had some of those kind of smaller like street taco size ones, and kids ate like 2 or 3 of them. Like they just crushed it.
Yeah.
And just put in some black beans. Like it was super simple, Greg. But yeah, it was awesome. Great. And I just did it on the stovetop.
Really?
I didn't do it on the grill. Like I wanted to, and then it was started like I think it was when I was at Saturday when you and I met up real quick, and it started pouring.
Yeah, it's crazy.
My son had a late game Saturday night, and it ended up getting canceled. And I planned on coming home and lighting the grill up. And as we got closer home, it wasn't too bad. And then weather followed us, so it turned, and I was like, yeah, it was cooking inside tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's good. Well, yeah, I didn't really get a chance to get out. I did some chicken too, like in the crock pot, man. Like I just used some of our pop smoke on that one.
Did you shred like
shredded
chicken?
Yeah.
I love shredded chicken.
It's so easy.
It's great.
Again, when you're doing stuff, we're busy all day with the business and stuff. So
the
when
kids,
you don't get a chance to get out. Like throw some stuff in the Instant Pot, throw it in the crock pot, let it go for a while. So it's nice hearty meals, without having to lift too much of a finger, I guess.
Yeah.
But did that. We made some, pulled chicken tacos, kind of similar kind of what you're talking about doing. I used to pop smoke though, and then the kids could, season it how they ever want, jalapenos and salsa and whatever, or you could just eat plain. Sometimes I like to do that, make a little chicken and salad bowls too. So that did that, and we were out at Holy Hill all weekend too. So the weather wasn't too great, but like we got to see and talk to a lot of people out that way, and I talked to quite a few people that were doing things that weekend. They're like, oh, I got I'm doing a brisket. What do you got for that? And then also like a lot of people doing pork, ribs and pork shoulders. So that was pretty cool to talk to a lot of people over the weekend doing that kind of stuff. Big shout out to Jesse, who follows us. And who has been buying our products and stuff. He's a fellow Army veteran, and just talked to him for quite a bit about kind of the stuff he likes to do, which was pretty cool. But cool to see him out there and talk to him a little bit about it. But any interesting conversations that you had? I know you were out there Sunday. I was out there Saturday.
Yeah, man. Got to ask about duck again.
Yeah,
what to use on duck
and goose.
You got goose?
Yeah.
I got asked about duck. I don't think anybody asked about goose. I had someone, mention like, oh yeah, we're coming into venison season.
Yeah.
Sure are. Man, so I did talk to someone about, and they mentioned smoking olives, Greg.
Really?
Yeah, green olives.
Like these big olives, like the big ones?
No, just regular olives.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it threw me off, man. I was like, okay, tell me more. And she said that they just kind of, they'll take the olives, drain all the juices out, kind of dry them off a bit.
Yeah.
She goes, then we'll put like the seasoning. We'll put the olives back into the container and put the seasoning, whatever we're seasoning with, shake it all up, do a little bit of olive oil in there and stuff. So it kind of helps with the high heat.
Yeah.
And I was like, so she goes, my husband does these. And she was saying that, like, I was like, what are you doing? Kind of like, is he cold smoking them kind of? And she was like, no, just, he'll do it like, 250, 300 for like a half hour. And she goes, they're delicious.
I bet.
She goes, you got to use like lighter smoke. She said he uses, what did she say? I think hickory quite a bit. She said mesquite's too much. You got to go kind of light on it.
Yeah.
And you can season it so many different ways. And she's like, it's so good. Like, we'll put it in like chicken salad. Or she goes, he grew up doing like an olive dip, and it's kind of like some sour cream and cream cheese, and then like these, like you just chop up these olives.
Yeah,
and
put them in there.
Yeah, and then with these smoked olives, it's just like a whole nother level.
Oh, that's interesting.
That sounded delicious. I was like, I would never even think to do olives, Greg.
Put those in your Bloody Marys.
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. Man. Like, I was like, dang, that sounds awesome.
Yeah,
smoked olives. Greg, I never crossed my mind.
No, I guess just like any type of vegetable, give it a little smoke and it just kicks it up a little bit.
Yeah, so that was cool. I really like.
We haven't heard that in 4 years we've been out there.
No, never once smoked olives. So I thought that was pretty cool, man. Good conversation with her, and like, she said you could do it with any kind of olives. Really? So, well, okay. And honestly, man, she was saying, I was like, well, what does he kind of do it in? Is he doing it like in a cast iron? She goes, no, we have one of those. It's almost kind of like the shape of the cast iron, right? But it has like a bunch of holes in it. So then it's not falling through the grates and stuff like that. And you're allowing the smoke to just kind of penetrate and come through.
So it's got like custom made holes in it?
Nah, man, like I've got that one too. I think I've showed it to you before in the past, but it's it's kind of like your 10-inch like cast iron size, and it's metal, but it has just like a bunch of just holes.
Oh, like almost like a stir fry type of thing?
Kind of, yeah. Like you can, like I'll do it that's where I do like asparagus and the broccoli and all that and stuff, like onions.
It's like a basket with holes in it.
Yeah, pretty much, man. Okay. It's I don't know. It works out great for
I bet.
vegetables.
So you're not falling through the grates or anything like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not where
give it a turn every now and again.
But like nothing's like pooling in it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like you can't really push, like you can't do smash burgers in it.
Right.
But yeah, man, anything that it works out pretty well.
That's cool.
It works out well.
Yeah, that's a first. Yeah, I did hear some people asking about geese and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, a lot of venison out that way too. We're kind of getting to that season. But yeah, no, just kind of more traditional conversations I had with people, looking for brisket, looking for pork, that kind of stuff. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, a lot of good conversations. Always a good time. It's beautiful up there. Even though it's raining or whatever, like the scenery is really good, really cool out that way. And a lot of people always come out even when it's raining because it's a good time. There's plenty of spaces to go inside if it's raining, but.
A lot of great vendors too, man.
Yeah,
it's fun.
A lot of people that we see all over the place, and have become our friends, fair friends.
Fair friends, yeah. No, a lot of cool vendors, a lot of cool stuff up there. So and they run that one June, September, and October.
Yeah.
So fortunately, I think that's the last one out there this year. But they'll open it back up again next year.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, cool. Well, let's jump into this chili.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting into chili season. People have been asking, do you guys have any chili recipes? And of course, you can go out to our website. We do have the recipes in the blog out there, where you can type it in and search. Just type in chili, and you'll get a handful of chili recipes. Got like a sweet heat one out there. Got like an over the top. Got like a chuck roast. I think your white chicken chili recipes out there. But man, yeah, so I posted that question on our Facebook page and then our Facebook group of, what we're going to be talking on the podcast about chili this week. What kind of questions or tips do you have? Our friend Tony, who competes at our competition, mentioned over the top or chuck roast chili. And then a few other people mentioned over the top chili, all that kind of stuff. So, when you think chili, Ben, smoked chili, kind of where does your mind go?
Man, my mind kind of goes more like traditional, I guess. And I've done it. We've done it like a bunch of different ways, right? So it's like I always kind of go back to like that traditional style of chili. And like, man, I remember one of the first times I was doing a chili, Greg. I put it all in like it was just like a tin pan, or maybe even a cast iron. I don't remember. Probably a tin pan. like I hadn't even browned the meat up, dude. And like I was doing it and I got it going and I was like, what the hell did I just do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like I should have cooked the meat first. And like I had everything in there. I had the beans, I had the onions, I just like I put it all together inside. I was like, all right, cool, let's let this run. Yeah. And it was good, but like I wish I'd browned the meat up first, kind of.
Yeah, because I mean when you put it in there, like the meat's gonna cook.
It's gonna cook. It was fine. It was just kind of more boiling.
Right, yeah.
And it had like a smoke flavor to it, but it just it wasn't. It has like the meat has a different texture.
Absolutely.
When you're browning it up like that, man. And I'll never forget that batch of chili. Like I remember just doing it. I was like,
what did I do? Yeah.
Like I was like, oh shoot. And like I told my wife, I told Megan, I was like, hey, it's like I was putting it on. I was like already like, man, I wish I would have done this different. She's like, well, what do you mean? It's like, well, this is what I did. And she's like, why would you do that?
Have you ever cooked anything before, Ben?
What are you, stupid?
Yeah.
Oh,
can't do anything right.
Big dumb. Oh, but yeah, it was like I remember like to this day, Greg. And this has been years now, and I was like, shoot. But man, so like my mind goes to like traditional, like, and I love. There's so many things you can do with chili, right, Greg? My mom, I think we've talked about this a lot, but my mom used to do this one when I was a kid, where she would do chicken and she'd probably just boil it, the chicken ahead of time, to be honest. And then she would like, cut it up and you would take just a jar of salsa. You'd put the diced, the chopped up chili in a big, pot, whatever. And then she'd put a jar of salsa in there and then just do like a thing of like navy beans. Mm-hmm. And then you'd put like cheese in and just let it simmer.
Let it go.
That was it. And she was just like that simple, Greg. Like, and I've done it before where I've done that because that's, chili that I had as a kid too. And I was like, I can do that. And I'll smoke the chicken and then bring it in and just put that all together and just let it just hang out. And you get an awesome smoked chili.
It doesn't have to be complicated.
It's not. It's about as simple as you can get.
Yeah.
My mom too, like, she would at times, like as a kid, she'd use like V8 juice or do like a Bloody Mary mix in there, just kind of turn it up a little.
Yeah,
I love it with Bloody Mary mix, man.
No, that's interesting. Like I've never done that before.
Yeah,
I usually kind of like I've tried to keep it pretty consistent, like traditional, with just using like tomatoes or whatever, tomato paste and things like that. Now, what's been like your favorite way to do it so far? Like we've experimented over the time.
Yeah.
Like if you could only do chili one way, and I don't even care like what you put in it. Like what method are you gonna do?
Like on the grill or on the stove?
Yeah,
like
man. Let's talk about smoke or grill. Like, and I guess it doesn't have to be always completed on it, but like if you had to use it to complete, like if you're making chili only one way, one type, what's your process look like? What's the technique you're using?
I'm using the grill, man. Okay. I love adding like kind of that smoke flavor to it. I think it's so different, so unique. I think it just brings out a totally different flavor, like the chili, and it adds kind of that spice to it.
Yeah. Are you like doing it all on it, or are you just doing like the meat and then pulling it off?
Man, I love it all on there.
Yeah.
I love it all on there. I love, doing the meat and then getting the vegetables and then, again, whatever you're doing, whether it's white chicken chili, one of the best, that was one of the best ones I've ever done.
Yeah.
And did it on the grill, all of it. Same thing with, in the cast iron. I love doing it in the cast iron, all of it.
Yeah.
Like, over the top, all of it. Like, to me, it's just, I don't know, man. I find like, it just becomes more bland to me or more like inside. And which it doesn't have to be, I guess, but I just like, I think I just enjoy the process more and just like, being outside in the fall with like that brisk air and knowing
with the
like,
smoke rolling,
chili's coming off and it's going to be awesome. Like,
yeah, man, that's what I love to do. Like this, like crisp air, you got the smoke rolling. Hopefully it's a decent day out where you can kind of be out there a little bit with it. I feel you there.
Do you use beans pretty much every time, Greg?
Yeah, I do. I know there's the two camps, but like,
hey, that's fine. Like I could go chili,
Beans, no beans.
No beans. I'm good. Yeah. Sign me up.
Yeah, I know. Like the no beans is like more like the Southern Texas style, where it's a little bit meatier type of sauce.
Shoot.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And beans is kind of more Midwest, I'd say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I grew up with it, and we talked about this before. Like that's what I grew up with. That's what I know. Not opposed to either way, but that's just what I know, and that's what I'm gonna use. You get a little bit more of that flavor in there. You get more protein with the beans and stuff. Fill you up quite a bit.
Yep.
But either way, it's you can go any different options with that. But now what like method are you using? Like, are you using like over the top? Are you using just a straight up? Hey, I'm gonna put it all together after I brown the meat, let it melt together, and then smoke it. Like what's your process look like during that ideal smoke session?
I'd say I'd probably more like brown the meat up first. And then kind of add,
on the grill.
Yeah. Like I'll do, throw the meat in, throw some, the onions in.
Now, are we talking ground beef or what are we talking here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Either ground beef, chicken. It just kind of depends. Like if I do the chicken, I'll probably just do like the breast, kind of, or depending on like what I'm doing. If it's the thighs or whatever, I'll smoke those for a good, half hour, 45 minutes. Bring them in, cut them up. And then kind of throw everything into the pan and put it back out there, and just let it simmer and hang out for as long as I feel like.
Because it's already cooked, really.
Pretty much.
Now you're just letting it all get together, mix up together, add some of that smoke flavor to it.
Yeah.
Heat up.
I will do sometimes, man. I have done it in the past where if I'm doing it in, obviously I'm going to do it in some kind of a container. I think if I would, especially obviously the ground beef, but with chicken, I'll put it like in that container so those juices kind of stay in there.
Mm-hmm.
So the cast iron or the throwaway tin pan, and leave it in there so it's collecting all those juices. And then that's where like when I'm putting like kind of cutting the chicken up, usually it's hot right away, right? So I'll kind of pull it, let that rest for a bit, and then put on all like my vegetables, like the beans, whatever I'm putting in it. Or even like with the white chicken chili, right? Like you're kind of using more. You're making your own almost like broth for it.
Mm-hmm.
So putting that all in there and then putting that out there while I bring it in, kind of cut the chicken up and stuff like that, and then adding the chicken to it at some point.
And you prefer chicken over beef, like when you're doing your chili?
No, not necessarily, man. Not necessarily. I think it just it depends on like the mood or what I've got.
What you got in the freezer?
Yeah, what I've got in the freezer and what ingredients I have. If I just have stuff for the traditional, then yeah, I'm going beef all day.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably do more beef chili than chicken chili.
Yeah, I'd say that's kind of the way I am as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I one of the best I made was probably about 2 years ago. I'd say I did the over the top chuck roast chili.
Nice, yeah.
And, it was probably the best chili I've ever made. That was my first time experimenting with the chuck roast. Like I've done over the top with like the beef and stuff. I'll say like that one didn't work out too well for me. I just didn't like it that much.
Did you feel like with the beef it was just dripping the fat?
Yeah,
off,
I mean like with the ground beef, like so I shaped it into like almost a meatloaf style,
sure, yep.
Uncooked. You put the all the fillings, your tomatoes and your all that stuff in the bottom, underneath it, and then the meat smokes above it, and then after a while, then you crumble it up and then you put it in. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, like for the ground beef, yeah, a lot of that, all that fat drips down into the base of the chili. So, with the chuck roast is a different flavor, obviously, because it's still the same. The meat sweats are going down in the bottom, but it's a different type. It's not like the kind of the greasy, from the ground beef that you're getting in there. It's kind of more of a heartier. I don't know how else you say it, but I thought it was a little too greasy for me when I was using the ground beef. And then I know a lot of people have done that and enjoyed it and like it. And if you do it, that's great. It just wasn't for me. The chuck roast was just, man, it was just so much better, I thought.
Did you do it too, man, where, like you're kind of getting to that, like are you wrapping it at 165 and then pulling it at like 205 and then shredding it up and then putting it in there?
So with this one, no, I didn't. I don't believe I wrapped it at all. I got the recipe out there, and I actually did a video on this one. It's on our YouTube, and I think I just let it go until about that 165 point, and then I diced it up.
Gotcha.
because it was still nice and tender in there, and a little pink in the middle, which is great.
So just not where you're shredding it though.
Yeah, I diced this up so like it fine, like still meatier chunks, but and then I put it into the mix, and I mix it all in there, so it simmers a little bit more, so it continues to tenderize it. And let me tell you, man, like just eating that bowl with like those nice tender chuck roast chunks in there with your chili, it was the best I'd ever made. And that's kind of my preferred method, at least my cut too. Like if I had to do it all over again, or if I could only do it one way, man, I'm using the chuck roast, doing it over the top, or at least smoking the chuck roast for a while, and then I'm putting it into the chili base.
Would you ever do an over the top with chicken?
That's interesting, man.
Yeah, right.
I don't know, because I think are you worried about salmonella with that?
I don't know.
Chicken juices dripping into that.
Well, like I just said, man, I've done it where I've cooked it in the pan and left with the juices.
Right.
I don't know.
That's a good question. Like I wouldn't though. Like with the chicken, like if I was doing like a chicken chili or something like that, I'd probably grill it. I'd probably grill the chicken so I get some nice crust, crusty spots, and then cut it up and dice it up and put it in. That would be how I'd go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Food for thought, Greg.
Yeah, you could do it. Like I said, there's no like right or wrong. I guess just make sure you're being safe with the handling of food.
Sure.
But like a lot of the stuff I do, like I like to crisp it up a little bit first. So like I'll char the edges, whether that's in a cast iron or whether that's on the grill, and then I'll put it into whatever I'm cooking.
Delicious, man.
Yeah,
man, I'm with you. I love chili. I'm so excited. I think that's what I get most excited about fall.
Yeah,
just thinking about chili. And let's talk with your have you ever done like brisket in your chili at all?
No, I
haven't either, man.
I know a lot of people do it.
Yeah,
like a brisket chili.
We've talked that do it and stuff.
That's time commitment there, unless you got leftover. Because like a lot of people will say, like, if I know there's no thing as leftover brisket if you did it right, but like if you're cooking a lot of it and you have some leftover and you just chop it up and put it in some chili. I know a lot of people have done that, but I haven't done it.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't go wrong, right?
I don't think
meat,
so.
beans, sauce, smoke.
Do you use do you just use like stewed tomatoes?
Yeah, whatever the crushed, canned tomatoes. Usually like the 16 ounce or like 32 ounce.
Do you use Rotel?
Not Rotel, whatever. Like I guess I don't have as much money as you, so I don't do like the brand names.
No. Like, I'm not saying that, man. I'm saying more like, but like do you do like the tomatoes with the chilies?
Like
that's
sometimes I'll do like the fire roasted tomatoes. Okay. Yeah,
just to add like some heat to it as well. Do you like your chili like spicy? Is kind of
not real spicy. Like I like to keep it kind of mild, so then people can add more at the end. Like if they wanted to put some hot sauce in there, so I don't want it to be so hot right away. Like I know there's like the firehouse chili and all that kind of stuff where it's just hot,
burns both ways,
right? Yeah. This is like me, I'm kind of going more mild, and then some days I don't want to kick it up, some days I do, so I have the option. If I want to kick it up, I put some more in there. So put some more red pepper flakes in there, put some chili, some cayenne, jalapenos, whatever, some of our hot sauce, put it in there. But no, I keep it pretty mild so everybody can have it, and then if they want to spice it up, they can.
Okay. Let's talk about consistency here, Greg. Are you going a little bit more soupy or more pasty?
I like to say more pasty.
Yeah.
Like it's got a little bit more of kind of a shape to it.
Say like body to it.
Yeah.
So it's not just like kind of falling off the spoon.
Yeah, I know like the Texas styles maybe a little bit more, I don't want to say soupy, but it's a little more thinner, where, we got a lot of the meat sauce in there and stuff like that. From what I've seen, I don't do too much of it.
Right.
But yeah, more of a heartier type of, like almost, I don't want to say stew either, but like just a little bit more heartier of a chili,
I knew I had a buddy growing up, man. He his family would make chili, right? And like he wouldn't use a spoon, he would just eat it with saltine crackers.
Oh yeah.
Until it got to the very end.
Now we're talking.
Like
the whole sleeve.
We were just sitting and eat. This is chili just with saltine crackers. No. Until he got to the end to scrape the bowl out. I'm like, dude, now you just wasted the spoon, you dummy.
Hey, well, we don't, discriminate how we're gonna eat chili.
No, I just always thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I always loved it, man.
Yeah. Oh, do you like to have like a side of saltines on the side or some oyster crackers? Maybe put it in there.
Maybe. We don't do oyster crackers, so I made saltines, but I think my dad would always use like townhouse crackers.
Crush them up and put them in there.
I don't know. He wouldn't even crush them up, man. He'd just like drop the cracker in there, grab a spoon, put it on, spoonful on top, and go in with the spoon and just go to town. Crush it. Don't waste it.
Right.
Crush it up. But.
Yeah, it's that chuck roast chili, man. Like I did a side of cornbread with it, and that was kind of my go-to there, man. It was really good. Man, that was like
that's awesome.
Thinking back to that day, I was like, oh, it was a perfect day. It was like, it was sunny, a little nip in the air, but like
sweatshirt and shorts kind of day.
Well, yeah, and then just like kids were at school, I was kind of by myself. I was like, all right, I got all day to do this. Let's have a little fun with it, and let's do the chuck roast. So it was good, man.
I like that, man.
I had to improvise too because I used the Weber kettle on that one, the 22-inch.
Okay.
So I think I might have mentioned this, but so I had one of like the rib racks. So how the rib racks where it's got the slots in it.
Yeah.
Well, I turned it upside down, so now it's like a basket, right? Because the rib racks kind of go like an arch. So if you turn it upside down, then the arch is the other way. So like it fit underneath there, but I couldn't get the pan underneath it because it sunk down a little too low. So I had to take some bricks and put it on bricks. So I had enough space to get the pan underneath there.
If you had put it the other way, where it was like arching the other way, right towards the top of the grill,
right?
Could you have put the chuck roast in one of the slots? Had it like almost upright? Like
I guess you could have, but
I don't know.
It might not have like lengthwise. Yeah, it wouldn't have sat on both sides. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And it was a little thick too. I don't know if it fit in between that.
Yeah.
But anyways, it worked out well, man, because it just like I just turned it upside down. And then put a couple bricks on each side, or one brick on each side, so it had enough space so I could get my pan underneath it, and it still fit in top of the. So I had an indirect grill going on, so it worked very well, man. And I used some hickory smoke for that one, I think. Do you typically go lighter when you're smoking? Yeah, like a hickory. Would you use like any flavor? Like I kind of like when I'm doing chili, like. I'm kind of staying away from like the apple or the cherry. Are you doing anything like that?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
No, man. I mean, I think what I've done in the past years, I've used like the lump, like the oak, lump charcoal and stuff kind of for that, and let it just kind of slowly roll through.
Okay.
Or maybe throwing like, done like charcoal and then throwing like a lump of that on there, just to kind of add to it. But no, typically I'll just do like pecan or like you said, like.
A little bit lighter.
Hickory. Yeah.
So it picks up a little smoke, but it's not going to be overpowering like with the flavor, what you're getting. So, I mean, I'm kind of the same way.
I might have tried mesquite once.
Okay.
But again, just once is like an off, like, man, might have been all I had or something.
Sure, yeah.
But just like, that's not, no, I'd go light. And I don't know, man, I kind of dig the light smoke as it is.
Right. Just a little kiss to it, a little hint to it where people can pick it up. And with chili too, if you're simmering it for a while, and if you got leftovers, man, it's going to continue to permeate through. I mean, that's I used that when I did my chili for, our infamous church cook-off, And
don't get riled up.
I know I didn't want to bring it up, but I did have people come up and mention like they could taste the smoke in ours, and ours was the only one that had, or mine, I shouldn't say ours, but like mine was the only one that had smoke to it, so it stood out. It was different. And it was still good. I mean, wasn't bad. It just wasn't the winner this year or that year.
Because you've done it. I've only done it the 1 year.
I think I've done like 3 times.
Yeah.
And didn't place in the top 3 any of those 3 times.
No, there are only 3 teams in it, so it's trash.
Yeah. They say a prayer for me at the end and say,
"Hey, no, man." I remember like the 1 year, the only year I did it. One lady came up and talked to us, and she said, "God, I could just sit and eat your guys' chilies." Separate like all day with just a 6-pack of beers.
I know.
I was like, this is a church, man. Sinner. Yeah. But no, it was cool. It was fun. It was a good.
We get to taste them too. So there's a lot of varieties out there. So there's just so many different ways you can do chili, which is, I think, the cool piece about it is that like you get to see kind of the flavor profiles that other people like.
There's some sweeter ones.
Sweet, yeah. I was just gonna say that, like a lot of brown sugar.
A lot of brown sugar. It's almost similar, like a sloppy Joe.
Yeah.
Flavoring, but I mean, I'm not trying to say it.
Right. Yeah.
But it threw me off. Like
We kind of go more of a, I guess you could say savory maybe, or
spicy.
Like, yeah.
Like, yeah, just kind of like
this was a little bit more on the sweeter side, and we know our Wisconsinites love their sweet stuff, right?
Sure do. They do, Greg.
So a lot of different variations out there. Now, are you typically like buying pre-made like chili packets, or are you like, because you go out there and you can get like your chili mixes and all that kind of stuff, or are you kind of combining your own stuff?
I've never bought one of those.
I just had to ask, Ben, because we know we have a lot of people that might be starting off by themselves, and I've never bought a chili packet. I've always kind of looked up recipes online, and we have some out there too. But yeah, I typically kind of go with what I have and then create my own. Like, I've never bought like a pre-made store-bought one.
I'd say, I guess, like the closest thing I've used for like that pre-made stuff, man, is like I said, using like a Bloody Mary mix.
Okay.
But no, I've never gotten like the packet for it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the beauty of it too, is like create something that you like, try some things out, test some stuff out.
Yeah.
See what you got in the cabinets and become a scientist there.
Play. I think that's the most fun part about chili, man, is you can just play, literally play with it, and like
you really can't mess it up.
I mean, you could.
Oh, well, okay, well, trying to encourage the folks, Ben.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I'd say like in this instance, man, this is where I'd say like you can mess it up. Chili powder goes a long way, right? So like it's easier to add to it than take it out.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Be a little
like
careful.
Cayenne, cayenne, like you can turn real fast with that too, right? Like it turns the corner quickly on you.
Yeah.
So you can always add more to your own. Again, it's gonna, like we mentioned, it's gonna permeate a bit and it's gonna kick it up. So like you can always add more. But once you add too much, you can't take that back.
That's a good point. That's a grill tip for Ben.
Yeah. You want to know how I know that, Greg?
I could take a guess.
Yeah. Okay. So no, we did talk. I did go through kind of my books, man. So I want to share this. This is from the book that my wife and kids got me for Father's Day this year. It's by our good friend Stephen Reichlin.
Best friend Stephen Reichlin.
Yeah. It's from Man-Made Meals.
Man-Made
Meals. So it's not just all on the grill.
Okay.
It's literally just like,
I like that.
It was awesome, man. I love it. But in there, he does have a whole, like, it's almost like 10 pages on chili.
Oh, yeah?
And a bunch of different recipes. And he has out there a website, man, for, it's like the World Champion Chili Cook-Offs. And it has the recipes from the winner each year.
Really? Ooh.
Yeah. So it's
surprised they share that, okay.
It's International Chili Society by the World Food Championships. So it's chiliCookoff.com. So ChiliCookoff.
Okay.
Chili Cook-Off.
I'll share that in the in the show notes. So make sure you send that to me.
I'll send it to you. Buddy.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, that's awesome. Like again, cool. Like
you can go out there and you can see what world champion chili recipes look like.
Yeah.
Did you look at those?
No. Not yet. No.
What the? I thought we were going to talk about it.
I didn't look at them. I just found the website. So, but like because I was reading like his recipes and stuff that he had, and he was using one that like from a buddy that won, and that's how he shared this in the book and stuff. So I thought that was cool of them to do. I think that says a lot about an author who like has his own book with all these recipes, and he's sharing a website to take you out to these best recipes that have won the thing.
Yeah.
It says a lot. So it's really just about like learning and look at, these are what have won. Try them out.
Yeah.
Give them a shot, So.
Yeah, I think it says a lot about the process too, because you can have all the ingredients and you can have like the steps, but sometimes there's a nuance to actually doing it, right? So you have that gut feeling, or like you've done it so many times, you kind of have a feel for when it's time to move things or try to So I think that's a piece to it too. I mean, we share a lot of recipes and stuff, our tips too, because it's like, we could share it all with you, but you might not be able to do it right the first time, or whatever. You might there's some other things you kind of have to figure out for yourself after doing it.
Well,
so
like again, too, man, it comes down to like, I mean, everyone's flavor profiles are different.
Oh yeah,
and that's where like I think at times too, out at events, like when we talk to people and stuff, they're like, well, which one's your favorite? It's like, well, this is what I use the most, but,
right?
And like again, like kind of how I'm gonna do my chili is gonna be very different than how you do your chili.
Absolutely,
we know that.
Yeah.
I think that's like the cool part about it. So that's what I really like about, Stephen Reichlin sharing that, with the world, be like, hey, check this out. Like, and I never even knew that website existed, man, until
you
I was
read
going
that.
through this book.
Yeah.
And like, well, that's awesome.
Yeah. So many resources out there to,
yeah.
Find one, get some inspiration, and then make it your own.
Mm-hmm. And that's the cool thing too, is like, you don't have to follow that recipe to a T.
Right.
I suck at doing that, and I tweak it all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this instead.
Sometimes it's hard to remember what you did if it tastes good, though.
Yeah, it is. It sure is.
Yeah.
I should have wrote it down.
So we recommend writing it down if you are going to do that. So you remember, that turned out really good, or that one, I wouldn't do that one this time, and the next time or whatever.
What I've started doing lately, Greg, is like when I am looking at these books and following these recipes, like I'll pull out like a sticky note, or I'll just write like on the page.
There you go.
And be like, I did this instead.
There you go.
It's my book.
Then you can pass it down. This is my dad's cookbook, and he's got special notes in there.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, that's good. Like, so if you're giving the tip to somebody that might be starting to smoke or grill their chili for the first time, what would be your number one tip for them?
Brown the meat first.
Besides that, because I'm assuming they probably already know that.
Yeah. I don't assume anything. Man.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, I'd say like, make sure you kind of know. Like for the first time, I'd say like, don't try just going out of what you got in the cabinet. Maybe plan it out a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of think about like what style of chili you're going for, and kind of buy your ingredients up front. And make sure you got like the correct fuel. That you're looking for. Like we talked about, like the wood chips, right? Like that can kind of make or break it.
Yeah.
I mean, so, and like I said too, man, like you can. I think that was kind of one thing that was in that Man-Made book. By Stephen Reichlin too, is it talks a lot about like, you can always add more, but once you've added it, you can't take it away.
Yeah. That's a solid tip for everything in life.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It sure is. I mean,
yeah.
Once the toothpaste is out of the tube, you
can't squeeze it back in. Yeah.
So no, I like that, and like I said, I've been kind of thinking about that a lot lately.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Stuff. Yeah. And,
really resonated with
it. It did. It really
deep core level.
Yeah. Wow, man, what are you doing?
Getting philosophical here.
So, but no, I thought that that's kind of just a few things that I would share.
Okay.
Maybe. What about you, man?
Yeah, I mean, along the same lines, give yourself enough time, especially if you're doing it for the first time. Make sure you plan a little bit ahead. Make sure you got all your ingredients, and you'll take your time. Don't rush it. It's a fun process, and the family will love it. Just give yourself enough time. Don't rush it. And just have a little fun with it.
What are your favorite toppings,
man? Growing up, I remember just always putting in like diced up onions, and then
what, just like yellow onions, green onions.
It's usually like the white.
Scallions. Okay.
Yeah. And then
you would add diced up onions.
Yeah.
That's funny, man. We always cooked it in there.
So yeah, you have it cooked in there, but
then you would
add
onions?
Just like you put like raw onions on like a brat or something like that.
Sure.
So yeah, you can put a little bit of raw onions on top, and then also, we always had sour cream and cheese. So that's like sharp cheddar cheese. So, I mean, that was my go-to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Put a little bit of that stuff in there, and you're good to go.
Right.
And then now that I'm kind of doing it my own now and doing that, rarely do I put anything else in there. Like I will let it, maybe on occasion I'll put a little bit of additional hot sauce in there if I want to kick it up a little bit, but like usually not really putting sour cream in there. Usually not putting cheese because like I don't want to mess with the flavors that I just spent like all afternoon or whatever cooking. Yeah. So that's typically how I do it. Maybe I'll have some cornbread on the side, some crackers on the side, or something like that. But for the most part, I'm not doing toppings or anything nowadays.
Sure.
What about you?
I do like to add kind of some like green onion to it.
Okay.
Yeah, man, I'm kind of the same. Like I don't know. I remember as a kid the chicken one that my mom used to make. I'd eat it with like tortilla chips. It's like a salsa, right? Like,
right. Yeah.
But I was never big into sour cream. My wife does noodles sometimes.
We grew up with noodles. So
it's so weird to me. In Michigan, we never had
I know.
noodles.
We talk, and then
every time
there's no noodles and chili and all that kind of stuff.
I don't mind it, but it's just weird to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you gotta have your starches somewhere, man, besides the beans, right?
Sure, man.
But yeah, so we'd always do like noodles, like elbow noodles or whatever like that, and then you take as much like you do them separately, so you can you don't have to have noodles, but it's there as an option, and then you put the chili on top of it.
Okay. My dad would once in a while do like a piece of like literally just a plain piece of bread with some butter on it, and he'd and chili and stuff. Heck yeah, delicious.
Yeah. So I'll tell you a story. Like in boot camp, like when you're trying to get extra calories, that's what you do, man. Like you just take a stack of bread. And then just take like a bunch, because they had the butter squares,
Yeah.
And you just take a bunch of those, because I mean, you're like, they only give you so much, like when you go through the line. This is that time I'm dating myself, but like they had somebody serve you like at the other end, like you went through the line and you said, this recruit requests peas, and they give you a scoop of peas or whatever.
Yeah.
Like they only gave you certain portions. Like you could take like one vegetable, one fruit, one starch, one meat or whatever. But they didn't really limit the bread. So like we'd just take a stack of bread and then just like this stack of, I mean, you still had to eat it fast because you only had like 10 minutes to eat, but that's how we got a bunch of extra calories, was like just take a stack of bread, take a stack of butter, and then just start wolfing them down. But yeah, I could see that. Delicious.
Yeah. When I was there, they would run out of bread. So you would just grab literally just like a packet of peanut butter, and you just, eat that.
Yeah. Sometimes we'd have recruits that would try and sneak it, like a private pile, with this donut, they'd try and put like a peanut butter packet in like their camis or whatever, and they always got caught, man. It's not good for anybody when you get caught with food outside the chow hall, Ben.
Man, no, that's funny you say that though. I talked to these one guys that they got brought into our division, right? And they're like, dude, there's this one guy who had like a whole, like he could kind of get into like this other set of like rooms and stuff where like it was all, no one was in there and stuff, and he had like a whole like bed just full of stuff.
Oh jeez.
That if guys were hungry, you'd go and like, oh yeah, what do you need? I got you. What? Oh jeez. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we couldn't get away with that, man.
No, it's different, man.
I bet. Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there.
All right, man. Well, we talked a lot about chili, man. I hope everybody gets out and like at least try something. Maybe take away something new from this one. But like if you want recipes and stuff, like I said, we got recipes out there on our website, burnpitbbq.com. Just type in chili in the search bar and you'll get a bunch of recipes out there. Got some with videos, some without. But get you started. Try some new things, and then go off from there. Try your own stuff. But we got to pick a winner this week, Ben, for our weekly giveaway.
What are we giving away this month? We're doing
pop smoking downrange, I think.
Downrange, man.
Yeah, so
that's awesome.
For kind of coming up on some holiday meals and things like that. So those are two good ones to include there. So
those are both good in chili. I'd use both of those in chili.
Yeah, and if you got our Southwest one there too, that one's great in chili as well.
Man, fire in the hole, fire for effect.
Man,
all ration. Yeah, I mean we've got some good options for you. So if,
So yeah, just pulling up the subscriber list, and again, if you want to be included in these giveaways, go over to burnpitbbq.com, scroll down to the bottom, enter in your email address to be subscribed to our newsletter, and that way you will always know what's happening with us. Get some of those recipes too. We'll be creating a new chili one here soon, and then also be subscribed and be entered in to win our weekly giveaways as a way for us to continue to give back to people that follow us and support us. All right, let's see here. What do I got? All right, here we go. We'll go with Paul. So Paul was a recent subscriber here, September sometime, out in Oregon.
Ooh.
Yeah, Paul Whedon. So Paul, congrats. Thank you so much for being subscribed and checking out the products and what we got going on. So congrats, Paul.
Yeah, enjoy, man.
Yeah, we'll get that out to you here. You ever been to Oregon?
I'm trying to think. No,
me either.
Nope.
Well, I bet it's beautiful this time of year.
Probably.
All right, man. Well, that's all I got for this week. Got anything coming up on the grill that you're going to be doing?
Yeah, buddy. I took a chuck roast. I'd love to. I took a chuck roast out, and I'm gonna try doing like a shaved beef.
Okay, with the chuck roast.
Yeah. So, not really sure how I'm gonna do it yet, to be honest.
Okay.
So, I want it like almost kind of like roast beef style, like
Sure.
thin strips like that. And I don't know what I'm doing yet. So.
Okay. All right, man. Well, fair enough. You'll have to let us know how that goes. You know, when you decide. I don't know what I'm doing yet. Gotta kind of look in there. You know, I got some chuck roast in there too.
Yeah.
Might be pulling that out and doing some chili. Who knows?
I know.
I'm heading up to the Packer game on Sunday with Everett, so I got to see if he wants to do some tailgating or not.
I hope he does, man. I hope he does.
And that'll determine a lot of what's going to happen on this weekend. But yeah, I'll be out at in Sturtevant here. We got an event coming up locally. I think it's Freedom Hall or something like that on Saturday. Other than that, what am I missing here?
I don't think anything, man.
Okay. Start thinking about your Thanksgiving Day, because we're going to start doing next week. Let's talk apps.
Appetizers?
Maybe Thanksgiving Day appetizers for your morning football.
Getting the party started?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll kind of we'll dive in a little bit to the turkey prep and stuff like that too next week. But let's get it let's start building up to that big day, the Thanksgiving.
Sounds good, man. I'm
right.
on board with that.
All right, man. All right, well, that's all I got.
All right, take it easy.
All right, cheers.